So I have downloaded this Android server 2.21.0 APK, the Android server APK. This is the latest Android server jar file, actually the APK file. So I install it, and you have to install this server, Android server, within this okay, you have to install it within this under SDK and under platform tools. Okay, so you have to install the Android server APK file within this within the platform tools section, okay, of your Android driver. Okay, so remember to install. So I install it within this Android server 2.21.0 APK within my platform tools. Okay, as you can see, because if you install it somewhere else, it will not work. Okay, you have to install it over here. Okay, now once you do it, now we are ready to fire this command, right? So let me also open up my Eclipse. Let me see. Okay, okay, so for some reason this, so I'll just create a new new workspace in the same new workspace. Okay, so my Eclipse is launching. Yeah, Eclipse Workbench is being launched. So now we can fire this command. So I'll just copy this command into my notepad. Okay, and everything is fine. I have to change this serial ID. Okay, I have to change the serial ID with my emulator serial ID, which is this. Okay, so I copy this and I change my serial ID. I put my serial ID, and I also have to change the Android server APK file, the name of the Android server that we have just downloaded, right? And we downloaded it under platform tools, and this is the name of the file. So I'll just take the name of the file and I'll plug it in over here, Android server 2.210.apk. okay, now we can fire this command. Once we pass this command, this will install the WebDriver APK under our emulator. Okay, so on the command prompt, we are on the platform tools section, which is perfect. Now we'll just pass this command and press enter. Now this will take probably 30 seconds, and we can see a success message that will indicate that the installation of WebDriver APK was successful on this Android device or not. Okay, so we have our Eclipse over here. Okay, so we'll create a new project. We go to files, new project, and by the way, you should install the regular version of Eclipse from the okay, before we actually start any kind of configuration of this Android mobile testing, you should have Java installed on your machine. Okay, so I assume that you all have Java installed on your machine. If you don't have Java, first of all install Java. Okay, first of all install Java on your machine if you don't have Java, otherwise nothing will work. Okay, the second thing will be install Eclipse. Although this comes with a Android version of Eclipse, okay, the Android the jar file that we have downloaded, but still install Eclipse on your machine. You should do that. So if you on Google, if you type in install Eclipse, you can see this eclipse.org, this non-profit, and download this one, Eclipse IDE for Java developers. Okay, download this one and choose your Windows, if it's a 32-bit or it's a 64-bit. So install Eclipse. So first step will be install Java, then install Eclipse if you don't have them, and then start with this configuration that we have been doing as of now. Okay, so let's go back to the command prompt, and we can see a success message. So that means the WebDriver APK was successfully installed on our Android emulator. Now we can actually check, verify whether the WebDriver APK was installed on the emulator. We can basically create on this application icon, this apps icon. Okay, and now oops, okay, now we can okay, yeah, so we can all right, so we go to the apps icon and we can see all the list of applications that we have on this Android machine, right, Android device, and we can see a WebDriver over here. So that means, this means that the WebDriver APK was installed on our Android device. If now we need to wake this Android WebDriver up, so we have to click on this WebDriver. Okay, now we should see a message, WebDriver ready. So now the WebDriver is successfully configured on our Android device. So we install the Android device by firing this command. Okay, and then we, from our application, go to the WebDriver application and click on it, so that until you see the WebDriver ready state. Okay, so once you see the WebDriver is ready, so then we are ready to go. There is no more configuration on the emulator, but we have our Eclipse. Okay, so we have to start a new project. So we can now get started to write our scripts on Eclipse, and the scripts will run into the Android emulator device that we have. Okay, so just like Selenium, if you run a script, it runs on Firefox or IE or Google Chrome, but we connected our Eclipse. We have made a connection between our Eclipse and between the Android emulator. So now we can actually run our scripts directly into this mobile device. Okay, so let's start configuring our Eclipse. We'll start a new project. We go to File, go to New Project. So do a new Java project. Is it? Just do a new project. Okay, it's a new project, and we type in a name. Let's say first actually we just do a new Java project. Yep, new Java project, and we name it as my first mobile device project, my first mobile device project, and we click next, and we click finish, and a new project was created called my first mobile device project in my Eclipse. And now I have to click on this. Okay, I have to double click on this my first mobile device project, and then I can see a src folder. Okay, so under the source folder src, I have to double click again. Okay, so while we are on the src, okay, so I have to right click on src, okay, and create a new Java class. Okay, the Java class is nothing but a new JavaScript. So under this project we will create a new script. So we have to be on the src folder, right click on it, and do a new class. Okay, and this is our first script. So I'll name it as first mobile testing script. Okay, and I'll also check this public static void so it's accessible from anywhere. So name it first mobile testing script. You can name it as whatever you want, and check this public static void main and click on finish. And we can see that a script was created. This is the main structure of Java code. It has a public class and it has a public static void because we decided to do that. So once we create a new Java class, we can see this script. Now we can start writing our codes into this, within this script. So in the next videos, let's start writing our first mobile testing script.